This is Carl. Carl is a prisoner. What's the matter, Carl? Like most prisoners, Carl finds prison life to be hard. Say, Carl, wouldn't you like to improve your quality of life in the prison? Well then, let's get to it. Now that's the spirit. Know your rights, Carl, and know the proper way to proceed with your complaint. Naturally, when seeking a remedy from an agency, such as the prison here, it is absolutely crucial to remember that...
I think I can handle this. I'm suing them in court.
Court, huh? Are you certain that is the right course of action?
Case dismissed. Failure to exhaust administrative remedies.
That's right, Carl. You failed to understand a fundamental principle regarding the judicial review of agency decisions. Better go back to the drawing board, shall we? There we go. Better already. All right, Carl, here we go. Step 1. Although not a written requirement, it is always recommended whenever possible to get a lawyer. That's it. Since the required process varies depending on whether you are incarcerated in a federal or state prison, you must first determine which prison you are in.
I'm in federal prison.
Fantastic! On to step 3. File an informal complaint.
To who?
You'll need to check with your counselor to learn the informal complaint process at your institution, Carl. Usually this will be a written form that is submitted to a staff member, normally your counselor. Remember, Carl, you have 20 days from the date of the incident to make the complaint.
But what if they ignore it?
Well, Carl, technically, prison staff members don't have a deadline to respond to your complaint. That brings us to step 4. File a formal request for an administrative remedy. This is called a Level 1 request. Don't forget to consult with your attorney, Carl. Remember to write down everything that happened in the incident, giving as many details as possible, but limit it to one complaint.
So how long is the deadline to submit the form?
For your Level 1 request, you have the same deadline as with your informal complaint, 20 days from the date of the incident.
I'm confused.
Not surprising, but let me explain. Because your informal complaint and Level 1 requests both have the same due date, your attorney should advise you to file them at the same time.
So who do I get my Level 1 form to?
Why, the warden, of course!
You mean I have to tell the warden? What if I'm afraid of what he might do? I don't want to tell the warden.
Well, Carl, if you believe that the issue you are raising is sensitive and your safety would be in danger if the warden knew about your complaint, it is permissible to skip this step and file your grievance directly with the Regional Director of the Bureau of Prisons. Just be sure to write sensitive on the grievance form. Allow the warden 20 days to respond. That brings us to step 5.
File a grievance with the Regional Director?
Now you're getting it. This is your Level 2 request form in the B.O.P. process. Be sure to include your Level 1 request form along with it for good measure.
But how do I know who my Regional Director is?
Your Regional Director will be listed on forms made available by the Bureau of Prisons. Now, and this is important, Carl, if you did receive a response from your warden but are unhappy with it, be sure to begin your Level 2 request form by writing, I disagree with the decision that I received regarding my initial administrative remedy request.
But I skipped that step, remember?
Of course. So in your case, Carl, just begin by describing your problem. Remember, give as much detail as possible. Go ahead and let your attorney file that for you. Allow the regional director 30 days to respond. Think you can handle all this, Carl?
I think so. Am I done now?
Not even close. We still have to go to step 6.
Step 6?
Yes, step 6. If unsatisfied with the regional director's response to your level 2 request, or if you do not receive a response, then you can file a level 3 request form and appeal to the General Counsel of the Bureau of Prisons. Specifically, this form is received by the National Inmate Appeals Administrator at the Bureau of Prisons Office of General Counsel. This form is filled out much the same way as your level 1 and 2 request forms. If you received a response from the regional director but were unsatisfied with this response, then be sure to write, "I disagree with the decision I received regarding my administrative remedy appeal request, and am filing another appeal." If, on the other hand, you did not receive a response from the regional director, you should begin by writing, "I have attached a copy of the administrative remedy appeal request. I did not receive a response within 35 days. I am now exercising my right to appeal to the next level." Remember, Carl, you must file your level 3 request form within 35 days of the date you filed your level 1 request form. Allow the General Counsel 45 days to respond. Sound easy enough?
Can you repeat the part about...
Congratulations! You have now exhausted your administrative remedies. If you are unsatisfied with General Counsel's response, you can bring your complaint to court.
We find for the defendant. The prisoner failed to meet his burden. Moreover, we give deference to the agency's decision. Case dismissed.
Well done, Carl. With a little effort and know-how, you have mastered the principles of administrative processes. You have proven yourself knowledgeable enough to craftily navigate the waters of exhaustive remedies, and had earned yourself the right to plead your case in court. Now, sit back and bask in the glory of your accomplishments! Remember, America, exhaust your administrative remedies before they exhaust you.